You're listening to Asian Skycast, the show that brings you the most updated aviation industry insight.
Everyone is interested and always interested in hearing what NBAA is doing in the U.S. market at the moment. Obviously, the COVID-19 situation and how you're supporting the members and trying to assist everyone to get through these challenging times as well.
Well, NBAA is working hard to be an authoritative voice on what we know about COVID-19 and what we understand about the best practices related to business aviation in this environment. So we have done a number of things to communicate with our members, including a daily news service that goes out every day, 3 times a week. We are doing webinars where we discuss everything from how to disinfect your airplane to keeping pilots current in this environment. In addition to that, we've been working hard with the government to make sure that the laws and the regulations related to business aviation are appropriate. For example, Jeffrey, we were able to work with the government to make sure that when someone's medical license or their training license expired during the COVID-19 crisis, that the government was able to extend for a period of 90 days the expiration, recognizing that it was just impossible to get to a doctor for a physical or even have some of the currency training that we would have in normal time. So basically, we've been trying to help shape the environment itself through laws and regulations. And we have been trying to make sure the best practices, whether they're operating practices or health and safety practices, are understood by everyone in the environment. And so in that respect, we're similar to our sister associations, including AsBAA, just working to make sure that we are getting the best information available and the necessary information available to all of the business aviation operators throughout the world so that our industry can be as safe and healthy and secure as possible.
And you mentioned that you're disseminating a lot of this information to the members and so on. Where, just since we have the opportunity, where would one find that? Is it on the website, or is there
It is on the website. All the information we have can be found by going to nbaa.org/coronavirus. And just by going to that webpage, you will be able to get a full catalog of the things that we have written about, articles we've covered, webinars we've hosted. And so there's really a wealth of information, most of it generated by the community itself and people within the community that are finding this is what works for them. We're trying to make that widely available. As I said, we're sending out news services on a daily basis. We're doing at least 3 webinars per week. So we're working very hard to be very proactive at understanding what the operating environment is, what the challenges are, and then the best ways to meet those challenges and conduct safe and secure operations.
Yeah, thanks. Great resources, great resource for everyone. And I gather it's the website and logging on there and getting to that in that particular COVID-19 section you don't need to just log on as a member.
No, NBAA's website is available to everybody.
Okay. Any issues that you see still out there, if you will, and that you're focusing on and trying to find solutions for? Any still red herrings out there? I mean, because it seems like you guys have got a good handle on it, and like I said, are responding to the industry great. And with the three webinars every week, and so on and so forth. Anything you see out there that's still coming down the rails that you're still trying to wrestle to the ground?
Well, I think the challenges that we face are related to any unknowns related to COVID. So, for example, if this goes on in a prolonged basis, then the challenges that come from either kind of not flying an airplane routinely, or some of the things I talked about, extending medical license, or training currency, proficiency testing, those become harder as it goes on longer. And of course, it can also create a bottleneck when we get to the other side and the extensions have run out. You have a kind of pent up demand that we're hoping the flight training organizations, the medical organizations, can all kind of anticipate and prepare for. But I think we're just looking to really get to the other side and see the openness that we've enjoyed. But it is interesting to see how nimble, flexible, and professional this particular industry is in meeting this challenge. And it's not surprising because, we're an industry that plots and plans methodically to make sure our trips are safe. And we always have alternatives and we have redundancies built in. But it really does show how kind of the DNA of this industry helps us prepare for surprises on any journey, and COVID-19 has certainly been a surprise and has certainly caused us to alter our flight plan.
Yeah, I agree. As you say, it's kind of in our DNA, but well said. NBAA membership. We're obviously a member, been for many years. I don't know if you feel you get a fair representation from here in the Asia region. Maybe a shameless opportunity for you to plug the organization and try to get more people who join the organization. Again, what benefits do you think that the NBAA holds being a member for someone out here in Asia in particular?
Well, I think the value of organizations like NBAA and AsBAA is that it can bring together an entire industry and make it a community and allow people to share each other's experiences. So, it helps if you are a traveler to know what other travelers have experienced, what they've learned, and be able to take advantage of that. And so being part of NBAA and AsBAA and other organizations allows people to tap into a wealth of experience. It doesn't mean that is the only way to do something, but it is helpful to know the lessons. Pilots when they fly, they do pilot report, PIREPs, where they talk about this is where I'm flying and this is what I'm experiencing right here, right now. And others can listen to that and use that to their benefit. So I think that's really what NBAA does. It makes available to all what the best practices are, what the best of the best are doing. Nothing is you must do it this way, but it is all experience that gets passed on. We've always expected that international operators, wherever they are, will take the best practices and make them their own. So we would expect business aviation in Asia to reflect some of the international practices, but also have Asian characteristics. So we would encourage people to be part of the international business aviation community by belonging to multiple associations, including AsBAA, NBAA, and to share the best of the whole world in business aviation.
Thanks for joining us this week on Asian Skycast. Make sure to visit our website, Asian Sky Media, where you can subscribe to the show on your phone or via RSS, so you'll never miss a show.